of our members here yet.
Yeah. Okay, we have a quorum, I believe.
No,
Let me
no, we
just
do
double
not have a
check.
quorum. We only have one subcommittee member in addition to you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. How many are here, Lindsay?
Just one in addition to you.
Oh, Gazone. Oh, okay.
Delegate Gazzoni and Delegate Cullison are not actually on this subcommittee.
Oh, okay.
Delegate Cullison, oh no, she is still there. Okay.
But Delegate Cullison has a vote.
So I learned this morning. He's being Lindsay. He's telling the truth. We were told this
Is there
morning
ever
that
any doubt, or is there ever any
yes,
doubt?
I never voted on a subcommittee that I
Oh, I
wasn't a
thought that I
member
was
of.
telling the truth, that needed to be reaffirmed. Well, we can't get started yet, but since you're here, Delegate Cullison, Vice Chair, we will start with 769 social worker examiners,
Okay, thank
but
you.
not until we have a quorum.
Right.
Delegate Cullison
Oh,
also has
Michael.
8:38 on the agenda.
Right.
Pardon?
I was just saying she has, Delegate Cullison has 8:38 on this
Okay,
agenda.
as a mere sponsor, not as the
yes, as a mere sponsor, exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was slowing the train down. It's not me. Dr. White, Delegate White Holland is here.
Yes, I'm here.
Good. And you're a voting member?
Delegate Lopez has arrived.
Welcome.
Thank you. We had a link problem.
Mm.
Oh, did I knock myself off?
Let's see. Mm.
Yes, Delegate Tavares.
Delegate Rosenberg, you are not muted.
No, it's now. Other people are
Delegate Rosenberg, you are not muted.
I'm not.
And the person who is off video but says Health HSO stream, please identify themselves.
Sorry, I'm Sam McGranahan. I'm Sandy's chief of staff.
Thank you. Just checking to see if perhaps there was a delegate hiding behind that black square.
No, we're sending the new link to the delegates right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, Delegate Tavares is here. Are we good to go? Lindsay?
I mean, that does give you a quorum. You've got 4 people here.
Plus Delegate Cullison.
Yes.
Okay, let's begin, given the hour. House Bill 769, State Board of Social Workers, Social Work Examiners Conditional License to Practice Social Work revisions. Delegate Cullison, you have been squiring this bill. Can you summarize its status for us?
Sure. I will, first of all, give credit to Delegate Woods for sponsoring and working on this bill
Thank
for
you.
a few years. So
Agreed.
thank you. And Mr. Chair, I thank you for your patience as we sort of try to bring this home. So I wanted to make sure that the group that is here tonight knows that we are prepared to move the bill that we sent out to everyone. This bill is the product of many, many hours of work and folks looking for a path forward. What this bill that you've seen in the beginning or preceding this meeting is the Senate bill with 3 small amendments. And it is the Senate bill because we became very clear that no bill that eliminated the test for licensing was going to pass the Senate. It was not going to happen. So the choice was, can we move forward in some way, or do we want to stop the bill? And we had a meeting, sort of an informal work group meeting, like 10 days ago. And I was grateful to have the board there. We had the sponsor, we had representatives of the National Social Workers, we had representatives of SWARE, and we had an advocate from the ASAW. I think that's it. No. ABSW. And after looking at what the options were, we decided to take what we could get and know that what it does is buy us time. There was a lot of agreement in the room that the test is an unnecessary barrier. But there is also 100% certainty that eliminating the test was not going to pass this year.
Because it would kill the bill in the Senate.
It would kill the bill in the Senate. The Senate has already passed its bill 42-0. So it was on third reader late last week and passed out 42-0. So that is what we had to work with.
And so how does the bill now for us with your amendments
Oh, it's the group
compared to the
amendments.
Senate bill.
Right, the group amendments and,
Okay, sorry.
okay, so the first one was under the Senate bill that we saw, folks had a 2-year provisional license, could have the provisional license for up to 2 years. And it was not renewable. We're in our version of the bill right now, it is renewable for 2 more years. So a person could potentially have 4 years of the provisional license. We also changed the way that it came over to from, or that we saw from the Senate was the hours that were spent in the provisional license would not go to the social work clinical, would not go towards the social work clinical license. The sponsor, Delegate Woods, made a compelling case about it's the same training, it's the same supervision, and it should count. So our bill says it does count. And then the third thing was that we asked for information around the number of legacy licenses and what the average number of years that those folks stayed in Maryland. So that's the bill before us. That's the bill that's been hammered out. And I offer it, Mr. Chair, Lindsay has her hand up, so.
I
before you-
noticed. Yes.
So,
I
and
just-
also the sponsor is here now too, so.
I just wanted to clarify that one tiny little difference also from the Senate bill is that the reporting would start in 2027 rather than 2026.
Right, okay. Thank you.
Delegate Woods, do you have a question? You wish to speak?
Thank you, Sir Chair. I just want to concur with what Delegate Cullison has said. As she articulated, we have worked very hard to work this out and work it out in such a manner that we could successfully pass it now and then begin to move into any additional changes that we needed to really solidify and make sure that we have a really sound bill. I think it's extremely important, as Delegate Cullison talked about, to look at those legacy leaders who have been doing this work and who, as statistics have proven, have been able to do it successfully outside of an exam. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to remind or inform the public, you get one bite at the apple on each bill because of the late hour. Rachel Doyle.
Thank you, Chair Rosenberg. Rachel Doyle, Treasurer of SWARE. We are the organization that started this conversation within the Maryland legislature, and we are opposed to this bill. We know who the barrier is over in the Senate. That person has announced that she will not be running for re-election, and we would prefer to for this bill to die and try again next year, because this is not removing a barrier. This is the same barrier with another name that sounds nicer. We have compromised. We have, worked with opposition to find compromise, and this is not a compromise. This is damaging. This is not competitive with DC. DC has seen we're now seeing a 26% increase in social workers, 60% of those who already live in Maryland. I would add, in the throes of all this compromise over many years, the only organization that still has all of its goals intact is ASWB. They still get multiple exams out of every social worker, to the tune of $51 million and counting, most of which is from social work exam fees.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Massey.
Thank you, Delegate Rosenberg, and I want to thank Delegate Woods and Cullison and other sponsors of the bill who've been working on this for a long time. I work with SWARE too. I'm also a social work professor at Catholic University. Been doing a lot of research on this, and I agree that progress isn't always progress. A small step, what seems to be a small step forward may be a big step backwards, and hope the House will help to kill the bill as it currently is. And I'll just very quickly kind of say why. It's become a parody of itself. And what we're actually saying is that someone who's reached the still rare achievement of a master's degree can now be licensed to practice. Then after 1, 2, or 4 years of actual practice with real human beings under supervision, where they demonstrate they can actually work competently and ethically, then still have to go take an exam that after over 40 years has no evidence to show it has any relationship to practice. And then if they don't pass, then the actual demonstration of competence over years of practice means nothing. Their livelihoods and careers immediately halted. And if they do pass, then within a year or so, for many of them, they're going to be asked to pay for, prep for, and pass yet another very similar exam to get their independent license. It makes no real sense to do this and will do a lot of people harm. You know, opponents of the original bill argue that it would set up a 2-tier licensure system. That's what this is doing. And we hope that we can wait another year and actually do something that works for most people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. DiCarlo.
Hey, thank you, everybody. I'm the co-founder of Open Social Work and the author of many journal articles on the Association of Social Work Boards examination program. I wanted to share some statistics with you relevant to the changes that you want to make. In 2024, Maryland rejected over half of the LBSW examinees that applied to take the test, over half of the master's level social workers that applied to take that exam, and about 40% of the clinical examinees. About 46% of the LMSW population who sat for the exam had already failed it. Those people passed at about 23% of the time. All your bill will do is allow them to roll the dice for that 1 in 4 chance again for another few years at the cost of thousands of dollars. The same issue exists at the clinical level. In 2025, you're going to have 576 LMSW examinees who failed in 2024 who were back for their retests. And this problem is just going to get worse. You all need to remove the examinations at the bachelor's and master's level in order to allow these people into fully licensed practice. Thank you very much for your time and for the very late hour.
Kevin Meenan.
Thank you, Chair Rosenberg and other members of the committee. I'm Kevin Meenan. I'm the chair for the Board of Social Work Examiners. And I just want to say that I support, the bill as it's written. The board was, pretty. This year, I'd say we've, kind of moved in a forward direction, and I think, the idea of working towards a path towards licensure without an exam could very well be in the future. But with the Senate passing at such an astounding, rate, I think that this is a win. It might not be the win that everyone's looking for, but it's a step in the right direction. And it's a step in the right direction for people who recently graduated that were facing having to look for work in another jurisdiction. And again, it might be challenging for them in the future, but I believe what the ASWB is saying, that they're going to change the exam in a way that's going to be more equitable. They've put in a lot of work. They were the ones that disseminated their findings in the first place. That wasn't so that they could, be met with a lot of disdain. I think that it was so that they could get some new ideas and some new people on board. And I know that that's not probably a popular opinion and in this group, but I think that allowing people the opportunity to work is going to be popular amongst those social workers that were waiting for this bill to come. So
Thank you. Mr. Doyle.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Will Doyle. I'm a clinical social worker, member of SWEAR. I'm also the vice president of Housing First at Pathways to Housing. So speak a lot as an employer of social workers. I will say, I would wonder why the ASWB is changing the exam to be more equitable when they have stated that the exam is not biased, the exam is not the problem. And I think to clarify, they were pressured for many years by social workers to release data, so it wasn't kind of at their own decision. And they did so after stating that they did not have the data, which they did. as an employer, we've had the experience in the past with social work licensing requirements and unlicensed social work regulations, where we had staff who were qualified for their jobs, but then they advanced their knowledge and their competence and their safety to practice by getting an MSW. And then at that point, they coming from groups that traditionally fail the exam, we had to fire them because they were now practicing unlicensed social work, even though they were able to do the job and did it well because they were not social workers previously. So the amendments to this bill kind of creates the same situation. As an employer, it actually, because we would not know how people got their license, if they got it conditionally, and if there's this risk that they would lose it, we would be very cautious to hire any social workers after this goes into effect at the master's level, because we would be presumably investing in them, and that those test rates, which is 48% for all master's test takers in Maryland and 23% for the retest takers,